was doing double shots in the back parking lot. Met a girl down from Tennessee.
He was acting tough, thought he was hot stuff.
Whoa, I like the new intro for StreamYard. Kirstie Kraus is on, and down in you're in Nashville right now, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, and me and Mike G are on, and the weather's great down here in Tampa. Mike, how's it going, man?
Can't complain. We got Kirstie back, and she's blowing up, doing big things.
Now, Kirstie, so what's going on? It's been a while. It's been 5 years, so we got you back on and want to just find out what's been happening with you in your life and how's everything going.
Oh, yes. I called myself an OG a second ago.
There you go.
I feel like an OG. Things have been going good now that, season's coming. Like right after St. Patrick's Day is really when stuff starts really picking up in Nashville, and I can definitely feel it. People are coming to visit. I'm getting the messages about where to go. I was downtown on Sunday playing Jelly Roll's place, and there was a lot of people walking around downtown, so it just felt good. The weather feels good. I'm in a good mood.
There you go. That's what's up.
Yeah.
You made a lot of changes in Journey. So what have you been up to?
Yeah, a lot of touring. I've been working on new music, so now that I feel like I have something up my sleeve because this new music is always in the works. But there's just some fun things this year that will come about, and of course, I got to release like a surprise Christmas single, which was super fun. It was like about the beach, but also a classic Christmas song. So that was called Tropic Wonderland, kind of like Winter Wonderland. Tropic Wonderland for all my beach people. So that was well received, and I feel like that just kind of kicked into the new year, and 2025 has been really great so far.
That's what's up. Yo, so question. I heard you got a new video out with another artist. What was that about?
Yes. Okay. I love collaboration. First of all, I love it. And Kirstie Huff and I got together. I actually brought her up on tour to my home state. Called Dabba Dolly. That video was so much fun to make. The two of us, like we did that in probably like 4 or 5 hours, 4.5 hours. And we had the plans for it. We had the outfits. Shout out to Nashville Trendy and Tipsy, who gave us a bunch of outfits to match. But we just wanted to capture the fun essence of the song and the very like empowerment, like female empowerment, kind of like to honor Dolly, So we wanted to capture that fun vibe, and I was so glad. I mean, that video ended up getting like more than 27,000 views on YouTube, and then another 27,000 views or in some, I think more than that on Facebook. So I was just like really happy that it was well received and people like the song.
Well, let's talk about, Oh, go ahead, Mike.
No, I just like the pink house. Everything's pink.
It's very pink. It's so like Barbie, Elle Woods, Dolly all together. Yeah. The vacuum in there it was painted pink. Like the toilet paper was pink. It was wild. I was
that's cool. That's cool.
Hey, you've been up for a lot of awards and stuff. So tell me about that. I saw a list of awards. You've been nominated a lot. How's that feel since I first met you?
Oh my gosh. Well, one of my first awards was from you. So I love that. So that got my mantle started. But it's just winning the Artist of the Year for country music as a female and representing that on the Grand Ole Opry stage, the country music stage, like that was a really big moment. And like family was there, my aunt was there, my mom was there, people from out of town came, other artist friends were there, so it was just like really cool to have everyone be there and share that moment with them. But I definitely was like, holy crap, they just said my name, I need to run to that stage like right now. And so my little heart was like pounding from the adrenaline of stepping into the circle and the adrenaline of like running from the balcony. But it was awesome. It was a wonderful moment. I will never forget that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Man, I see this. You got naughty videos. So from then, so I don't know if you guys ever seen her. Well, Chris has been here in the beginning when we started this. We've been doing this for a while. What is the momentum now? What are you trying to do? What is new? Like you're on tour, you're winning awards, you're doing video.
Yeah.
Boom. What's going on? Like, You ever think of like mixing anything with rock or anything like that, or are you going, or is your new album going to be newer, crazier? Like, are you just?
Yeah, I like this question because I definitely like collaborations have been. I mean, I'm about to release like 6 collaboration is out there, Largo, and like I love the element of collaboration because I'm really big on the production side. I'm like I literally eat, breathe, sleep, do music. Like my hobbies include music. So like I love when I work with somebody else, I can take their palette and who they are as an artist and mix ours together. So I can like bend the rules a little bit as far as here's my lane, but like when we come together, what does the lane look like as far as palettes of music? So I've been really loving that. I'm also, as far as new, I'm focusing a lot on hosting things. I'm having a really fun time hosting things in person, like events and red carpet things, and just growing in that space. There's some things maybe in the works this year, and which I'm very, very excited about. So a lot of the big events coming up here in Nashville, I'll be doing some fun hosting stuff around, and I'm all for that role. For some reason, since I was a little girl, I always said I want to get paid to sing and talk to people.
That's it. That's it.
No wrong with that.
It's kind of funny how like I knew I wanted to be a singer, but I always said that other part to it, you know? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just did a red carpet, and it is a blast to get out there and just be around people and watch that dynamic when I was down in Fort Lauderdale. So, you've done a lot of collaborations, and, you've been playing your guitar, but now I saw you at the Strawberry Festival. Yeah, you had a great time. You were collaborating at the time. What was the other singer you were collaborating with at the Strawberry Festival in Plant City?
Yeah, I brought a couple singers there. So I had Brady Lee one year, and then I had Crystal King.
That's
a couple years,
yes.
Brought them to the Strawberry Festival, and they just got a super big kick out of being there as well and getting invited. And we got to just like, of course, eat the strawberry shortcake and walk around and do the Ferris wheel and all the things. We were like little kids.
So now, now that your career's kind of going up in a trajectory that's in a positive manner, how are you reshaping your music? So it might kind of touched on it, but as you're starting to evolve. So I've met you, Kirstie, back when you first, you were like really grinding, and now you're really, really grinding, but you've really evolved a lot in a lot of your music. So what are you doing different? Are you taking singing lessons? What are you doing to enhance your skill?
Yeah, I mean, voice lessons, I'm definitely looking into going back because I've had like 2 lessons in the last like couple of years, but I'm using what I've learned and really applying it. I've definitely been focusing on my voice and guitar skills a lot in the past couple of years. Also, as far as like musically, I have been really focusing on writing for myself in the past like year and a half, and writing songs that are super fun and more able to be digested by more people. So that's a better way of saying like more commercial writing. But like, I am all up in my feelings as an artist all the time. So I want to write like all the stuff for the Grammy album, but I need to like, come back and write the stuff that like radio can play for everybody to enjoy, and not just the people who are like, listen to that flat sharp 7, like musical like people who are music nerds. So I mean I get both, and I get both sides, and I can write both. So that's I have the outlet to do.
Do you ever see yourself writing for other artists?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
I definitely do, and I find that really fun because it's kind of like getting out of my body and what's going on with me, and like putting my brain into their space. And I have had artists say to me like, oh my gosh, like I really feel like you just read my soul. And I take that as a huge compliment. Like, I'm just like, great, that's my job. Like, I want you to feel like you like want to own this song and sing it and love it and all the things. So I've had like those moments when people say stuff like that. You don't forget that,
It's funny you say that. I had a question come up in my head. You ever thought about doing hooks for like a hip hop artist or anything like that? I mean, I'm just saying that's a whole like dynamics. Because I hear your voice. You have amazing voice, and I can see you do some nice hooks, and hooks are serious. That's
I
what
would
makes
be
a song.
open. I would be open to that. I do get messages a lot, like literally via LinkedIn or other places, like you wouldn't expect. Emails, people randomly pitching me songs or let's collab, and maybe I don't know them like at all, so I got to kind of like look into what they're doing. But I would be down. I would be
Yeah,
definitely
yeah. You
down.
like hip hop? I didn't even ask that. Did you even like hip hop?
Well, okay, so my first collaboration ever. This is like if you go on all of the streaming platforms, scroll all the way down to like appears on, right? I can't believe I'm telling you guys this. I did like a collaboration with a Christian rap artist
Okay.
to redo the song Jolene. And I
Oh,
was
okay.
like, okay, let me show me the lyrics. Like I need to learn, I need to get where you're coming from so I can know to say yes or not. And it ended up being something I totally get behind. And I'm really glad I said yes. But I remember at first I was like, my first collaboration. And it's a Dolly song with rap. Like
Yeah, that's a different
I was
angle.
like, I need to think about this for a second, but I'm really glad I did. He is a Grammy member and just a phenomenal artist, and very much runs his business in such a high professional way. So it was like an honor for me to be on that track. But it is a remix version of Jolene.
With a loaded question. So, what do you think about social media and how it's changed music now? Since you've had really 5 years to see this evolution just fly through the roof. You know what I'm saying with social media.
Yeah, I think social media has changed the game because more independent artists have more access in their hands to be successful. And that's a lot of times why labels are trying to monopolize social media and take that over as well. Because they're like, we want to be in charge of everything. And I've loved like the opportunity to do so. As much as social media does take a lot of time, like it's a way for me to be out there. And whether I'm not maybe in Tampa all the time, but I'm still out there.
Yeah. So, but here's a question I got then is as you look at that, how do you guys get on? Because you traditionally you had to get on the radio to get known, so you have the social media now because a lot of artists just put something out there and they put a hook out there, like Mike's saying, and next thing you know, everybody's listening to it. How are you still balancing traditional platforms like XM radio, Sirius radio, local radio, and social media where you're posting songs that you're putting on social media? Because it's just really two different worlds because you're touching 3 different generations. But go ahead.
Absolutely. Through all of these different forms of social media and all these different platforms that have come out over the years, the main thing for marketing, they keep saying what is so important is your email list. And so I have just by hand meeting people or people emailing me, have been building that up. So when I do put releases out, that's one thing that we own. Like we can't determine when TikTok is going to be gone again or next. And then that's all the people gone, just like that. Like we own our email list. That can't be taken away from us. And so that's been like ingrained in my mind, because that's like the universal thing. I've also found that like YouTube is forever going to be the universal platform from small to olds. There, I'm always like, I have music videos on YouTube. I always say that. Like I'm always like, go to YouTube.
Oh, and that's a great thing. And so, as you're looking at what was the since we've talked, Kirstie, what is one of your best gigs you've done since we've talked in the last 5 years that it resonated with you?
Oh my goodness. This reminds me because this video right here is from a festival in the UK. I was in Portsmouth, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful day. I got to do like a 30-40 minute set of all my original stuff. But I will say a place in London called the Bedford is really just beautiful. It's iconic. Like everybody's played there in London, and they have like all these red curtains. It's very nostalgic, and the sound, the room space is in a circle, so the sound is like
dynamic. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, and the sound man is like award-winning sound man for like a major artist too. So I was like, it sounds good. It was awesome. It was just like so honoring to be booked there and be able to go get there by train. I was over in the UK for 5 weeks.
Have you seen the crowd grow from the beginning? Keep on
Yeah.
growing and growing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wild. Like the second time I just keeping on the UK train, the second time I went over there for the 5-week tour, there were sold out shows, and that was like that was
Whoa.
crazy. It was like, you know, I just can't wrap my brain around it. And there's people that were standing in line and waiting for me to sign posters and take pictures with them, and I was like, what?
Nothing.
And just like signing at
That's
CMA Fest since we last talked, and being on the CMA Fest app and stuff like that. Like sometimes I'm like, is this okay? Yep, this is real. I guess this is happening right now.
amazing.
I was like, yeah, I think I even did a video where I was like, your girl's on the app. Like, look me up.
Hey, Mike, so it does remind us when we had that conversation with her back 5 years ago, and we're like, so have you been overseas yet? Do you think about going overseas?
Man, look at that.
Oh, right.
Now twice I've gotten to play as a guest at their big festival that's happening right now is Country to Country, C2C. And then the following year, I went over as a guest again and did hosting for their main sponsor for Country Line.
Wow.
So it's just, I feel like they're a family over there, just like I feel like I have a family in Florida. I know all of the brands, and they're very supportive. And I feel like when I'm over there, I'm not across the world. Like I feel safe and loved, and we're like a community. So it's been crazy awesome, the growth of just like getting to know people over there.
So do you have a problem getting your equipment back and forth? Because that's one of the we were talking to some artists earlier, me and Mike were the Stetsons, and they had the biggest problem with them was that when they had to move their equipment with them when they went to sing their guitars or whatever, worrying about something getting broken and all that. So does that either cross your mind as you're jumping across the pond there, going to the old world from the new world?
Yes. To take this guitar and to take a guitar, I had to get a very, very special.
Here we go. We got it exclusive. Mobile. Let's do this.
Do you see that thing in the corner?
Yeah.
That tan, massive case that's about this high. They thought I was carrying military equipment.
Wow.
Like a personnel came up to me and was like, hey, what's that? And I was like, it's just my guitar, but like carrying my guitar over there and merch and all the things, like, and my suitcase and my like computer bag, and going from city to city on all these trains. I'm not gonna lie to you, like it wasn't glamorous. Like there was one time I like purposely sat in first class of a train. Ooh. And the lady came up to me and she was like, what are you know, like, why are you here? And I was like, oh, my bad.
You don't know who I am?
I'm trying to get some room, you know, like.
I'm telling you, and it's hey. So, Mike, what you got before Kirstie plays her first song, man?
Nah, man, Kirstie, man, guys, this is exciting for us. We're all smiles because we've seen Kirstie start. You know, she was momentoing, and now she's in the middle of just doing a thing. You know, and I'm very proud of you, and let's keep it going. Like, woo, we got all some. Right.
She said, all right,
let's do it. I'm ready.
Yeah, this one's really fun. It is called Don't Tempt Me with a Good Time.
Hey.
And I got to play it last night at the Women of Country event. So it was just for my first time. So you guys are hearing it for the second time ever.
Here we go. Premiere, world premiere.
What's your plans for the weekend? I'm headed straight for the deep end. How you friend, are you all in? Let's start somewhere and see where it ends. So tell me, what do you say? Don't tempt me with a good time. Boys down any day or night. Anywhere is alright. You know I'm the your wedding dress like Elvis. We do it right, we might get famous. Just having fun, no one can blame us. So tell me, what do you say? Don't tell me with a good time. I'm always down any day or night. Anywhere is alright. You know I'm the one to turn it up, go down, and I'm about to slow down now. So don't tell me with a good time. Don't tell me with a good time. Good time, good time. Oh yeah, good time, good time. Good time.
World premiere.
That's good, exclusive. Hey, girl, that was on point.
That was good.
on
You know what's
point.
funny? It doesn't sound like country now. Now it sounds a little more, you've taken another angle. Very nice. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
If you know about music, you know about music. So it's like, okay, it's a little off the country thing, but now it's a little soft rock and,
Right.
Radio, contemporary type of level, it's dope.
Awesome. Yeah, it's rock and country, bluesy. It does have other elements in there, and like
Mhm.
with David Dolly and having that be a Dolly celebration song, I definitely wanted to throw it back into her like 9 to 5 days, Two Doors Down, like those type of songs, and have that older Dolly essence to it. And so I had fun like with that production. But yeah, this some of the stuff that I'm writing is very much in the vein of the song I just played. So it's very like makes people want to rock out with you.
Yeah. That's hot. I liked it.
Good.
Yeah. It's different. It's different. I like all your music, but that's different. Now I can see you progressing to another level of things. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, awesome. Well, glad I picked that song today.
All right. So as you now look at everything that you've done in the 5 years, what part of you do you think you've evolved as a person, as personally or professionally? What do you and it's a hard question, so you may have to take a pause to think about it. But that since 5 years, what do you see? What do you see that you've changed? Because you've had to do some self-reflecting, right?
For sure. I think I have less stress and less freakouts, and that's definitely like having more Jesus and God in my life. That helps. It just in the past like year have dove into the Bible and like done Bible study, and that's like never like I knew parts in the Bible like through church, but like never read it myself. So having just that other element and then on top of like all the work that I take on, that's helped. Like that's this great, wonderful thing to make me just overall happier and less stressed. And I definitely spend a little bit of time every day to have like a mini vacation and
In your mind,
yeah, in my mind, like sitting in the sun, like it's just like having a moment where I'm just like doing something that I just enjoy that doesn't require work. I'm definitely a workaholic, so it's just I've really been able to balance myself out a little bit more.
So what techniques are you using? Are you working out? Are you doing yoga? Or are you because the thing is you got to have a hobby. So I know music's your life,
Yeah.
but at some point you kind of have to separate yourself a little bit to revitalize who you are. So how do you kind of balance that?
Yeah, I love doing yoga. I love just like listening to books. I'm an audible learner, so that's like a big thing. Like maybe not like I don't regurgitate as much when I have like the physical book, but I also to get myself away, like I watch movies. I do random things like go to Mardi Gras and eat moon pies because
Let's
I've
talk
never done
about
that
the moon
before.
pies. Hold on,
Yeah.
go ahead. Tell us about the moon pies.
So they threw out every different flavor. In this time I've tried vanilla, banana, blueberry, like you name it. I've tried a whole bunch. And if you heat them up in the microwave for like 10 seconds, they're just absolutely great.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
I didn't know they made blueberry.
They blow up like marshmallow is kind of in
Yeah.
it, so it kind of just blows up, and then they taste really really good. But I like to do new things, so like I make sure that I go to the aquarium, and I'm going to Chattanooga coming up in like next week, and I'm going to go early so I can make sure to go to the aquarium. So like just taking opportunities to do those fun things that are not around work. Of course, I'm going to get social media content around it, but that's another story.
But it should help you with work as well when you take up that piece, because it helps you with your writing, you know, it helps you think and then create and then be like, oh, okay, you know, so it does add on to your element of work, you know.
Absolutely. Living helps with writing. Like you can't write if you're not like
living.
I like that. Yeah, living helps with writing. I like that. So by the way, before we get out here and let you close us out, you tell your mom I said hi.
I will.
Because she's always liking everything, you know, on things that we put on Instagram. And then every time I go come see you and she's there, she's just it's Linda, right?
Yeah, Lori.
Yeah.
Very sweet. And I help her with her Instagram a little bit. And she's so good at just keeping up with anyone. Like anyone that's like, you know, like as friends of mine, she's like, I got you. Like
so you give her a shout out for me and tell her I said thanks for the love and support.
Okay, awesome. I will.
All right. So what you gonna close us out with? What song?
I'm gonna do a song called Little Girl Big Dreams.
Boom.
Yeah. I wrote this with Ryan Neely, and I do feel like a lot of this answers some of the questions that I've had to answer on interviews. So here it goes.
All right.
Ever since I was 2 years old, I was singing on the microphone, standing up on picnic tables like I was in the Ivory Circle. Bows in my hair and songs in my heart, I was aiming straight for the stars. Took my wings from the country to the city. Hello Nashville, here we are. I'm never gonna outgrow those half-pint fantasies. No, you'll never get too old for chasing your destiny. I'll never wanna lose those little girl big dreams. Seen it in my teen, I planted the seeds. The more I listen, the more I believe I could be someone on the radio, giving other little girls hope to hold on to their dreams, never let go. I'm never gonna outgrow those half-pint fantasies. No, you'll never get too old for chasing your destiny. I'll never wanna lose those little girl big dreams. Big dreams. Yeah. Those little girl big dreams.
Woo! Mike,
you heard it first. Yeah, embrace the power. Let's go. Let's go.
What you got, Mike, before we get out of here?
Man,
What
Kirstie,
you got?
once again, I know we're gonna have you on here later. Don't forget us. No, don't forget about us. But you're sounding great. Once again, you're sounding great. You're elevating. You know, if you know, you're elevating. You're dynamic. Your new video is awesome with the pink house. That's dope. And keep it going. You're doing good. Nice seeing you again. Yeah.
Thank you, Mike and Vince. You guys are awesome.
Well, I'm gonna give you a challenge because you know Tori's playing Division II soccer, so I'm gonna give you a challenge because I want you to give me come up when you got a great song, you know, whatever great song you write for a strong, empowered woman. I want you to be able to send it to me, and I want to be able to put it to some of her content that she's trying to do and get you out there. I like that because she was like, she saw you, she goes, Dad, that's the artist. I said, yeah, that's Kirstie Kraus. That's Kate. That's Special K. Yeah. So she was happy seeing and meet you. But with that being said, as always, me and Mike appreciate you coming on. And
Yes,
what
yes.
advice do you? And so, since you got your 5 years, and before we get out, what advice do you have for a young artist out there now that you're an OG?
Oh my gosh. Advice. Yes. Advice. Just protect what you love. So if you're doing music or whatever you're doing, if you're doing soccer, like protect what you love. Say no to the things that don't align with what you're trying to do. Do not don't put yourself in spaces that don't feel good. Like, you got to protect what you're doing and what you love so you can be there for the longevity. And that would be my advice.
Woo! I love it. I love it. Hey guys, check out Mike Vyas's podcast on his Instagram and check him out on YouTube. Embrace the Power Always. Kirstie Kraus is on. She's a great artist. She was a country singer of the year, and she keeps rocking and rolling. And we love you. And as me and Mike always say down here from Tampa, keep it
rolling. Next time.
Love you guys. Thank you so much.
No problem, man.